finally open things again, Dr. Andy.
Over the weekend was released the school reopening
Oh,
order,
will the
and
reset
guidance to our
reset?
county. Well, just briefly, many of the schools had been open from the waiver back when we were just in a simple per tiers, and they had submitted their waivers, and we
Kids will
had them
never be
open.
the
And
same without
those
school.
K through 6 schools
It might be
are
good
able
because
to.
school is
They're
an
going to stay open. There are some
indoctrination,
additional requirements that they have to do for the state, but typically
almost
they're
like
going
a
to stay open
brainwashing
as they
indoctrination to
complete those requirements.
work in the system.
Other schools will be able to open when our case positivity rate for the county is down under 25, actually down under 7. There will have to be applications that go through, and we're coming down pretty rapidly. We're in the range of 20 cases per day average over 7 days per 100,000 people. So they're preparing their
As soon as the numbers
plans,
go down, it'll go
and
back to
as
normal.
soon as they are accepted,
Meanwhile, the more
we've had
vaccines we get out there, that's
one
basically what
school
they're
system,
saying.
Ukiah, has already sent in their plans, and we're sending those on. They're basically approved. Another one has sent in theirs. That's Fort Bragg, and I haven't gotten to read them yet, but my assistant has, and I understand that they're in pretty good shape. So after we look at them and send them on in about 7 or 8 days,
Notice
they
the
will
verbiage, the
be
skirt
able to
verbiage,
open as well.
skirting around the direct
Dr.
subject.
Koren has created a reopening manual for K through 12 schools who wish to begin on-site in-person lessons. Dr. Koren shares an overview of the guidelines.
Well, the classes will be smaller. There will be nobody basically in the school, either staff or students, who have any symptoms. They'll be screened at home, and they're instructed not to come in if they have any symptoms at all. If they wind up coming and they develop symptoms, or if they have symptoms when they're screened at the door, they're going to be sent home to check with
What
their
about the
primary
people
care
who've already
provider,
had it? What about the people
and
who
probably to
developed
get tested
immunity?
to make sure they're not bringing COVID into
Or
the
is there
schools to
such
other
thing as
students
immunity? As a
and
matter of
staff.
fact,
Um,
viruses are always
they'll be
mutating,
practicing very strictly masking
and
for
hence
everybody.
the vaccination
They
theory
will have
doesn't
to
work, only
keep their social
temporarily,
distances, which will be 6 feet. There
because
are
the
some
viruses
situations
are
where it
always
may be down to
mutating.
4 feet, but if the distances are too close, then there'll be plexiglass barriers. Hand washing and hand hygiene, of course, will be maintained.
Divide and conquer.
A
That's
lot
what
of
it's all
classes may
about.
be held outside if the weather's permitting. We don't want to have eating or snacking in the school if at all possible, because that spreads a lot of germs. And there will be a lot of distances between the desks that hadn't been before, between the desks and the teachers. Going in and out of the classrooms and down the halls, there won't be a lot of congregating because we're trying to figure that out so their distances are able to
Get
be
socialized,
kept. And
divide and conquer,
there'll be some classes, depending upon how
divide
the
and
school
brainwash.
structures it, where there'll be in-school part of the day and distance learning other parts of the day. In class some days of the week,
learning.
and continuing distance learning other days of the week.
How
It'll
far
be
away from
gradual
people can
reopening
you learn?
while we see how this goes, and we'll be monitoring that with very frequent
Track and
testing
trace.
of the staff, and if necessary of the students.
And if you don't
And
comply,
if we do find people who have COVID in the classes,
you'll be
depends on how
quarantined
many,
in the
but
quarantine
the classes
camps,
would then be quarantined, so it would be sent
FEMA
home for a
camps,
while and then come back, do distance learning and then come back. So we're going to be very, very
and
strict
injected
about it.
with the
Teachers and
remote
staff
kill
have,
switch
for the most part, gotten the
nanotechnology.
vaccine, and so they're protected, and the
This is,
evidence that students pass it
I'm
to
not
each
a
other or
doctor.
to
This
staff
is just
is
hearsay
very limited.
for
So
those who
the concern we
feel
have is
that
really for the staffers, that they don't pass
this
it amongst
is
themselves, and
real
they
news.
don't catch it while they're working in school.
COVID-19 has been of great concern to public health.
Don't
However,
catch
due
it
to
while you're in
protection
school.
measures, other concerns have developed.
Don't catch
such
it
as
while you're
child
breathing the
abuse and mental
chemtrails.
deterioration.
That's always a concern of ours, and with